going on, y'all? Dave Cuts here, back with another video, and today I'm giving you a video about a kind of a debate shop conversation that we've been having over the past couple days. So I have a cosmetology license. Jordan has a barber's license. His says from the Florida Barbers Board, mine says Florida Cosmetology Board, right? So he is saying that I'm not a barber, and I'm saying, yes, I am. I cut hair. This is what I do. I'm in the barber shop. I work, you know what I mean? I'm a barber. So this is just the other different barbers in the shop, their perspectives on the issue, and what do they think would be a better choice to go for? Would they, if they had the choice to go back, would they go cosmetology or would they go barber? So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for doing all that, and I will see you on the other side. Your license says State of Florida Barbers Board.
I'm a barber.
Right,
Yeah.
you're a barber. Now, my license says the Florida Board of Cosmetology. Right?
Interesting.
So I'm wondering, do you think there is a difference between someone with a barber's license and a cosmetologist license? If so, what is the difference?
I'm a barber. You're not.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters what I think. I think what the people like. It says I'm a barber's board certified me, right? As a barber.
As a barber.
And the cosmetology board certifies you as a cosmetologist.
Say for somebody going into wanting to go to barber school and they're debating whether they should go to cosmetology school, barber school, whatever, does the difference between the two actually matter when it comes to day-to-day life in the barber shop?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, be real.
Okay.
This is for you two.
Okay, so a cosmetologist can work in a barber shop,
Right.
but there are restrictions, and this is all depending on your state, so I can only speak for Florida.
Okay.
But there are different restrictions between a couple barber things and a couple cosmetologist things, right?
Okay.
So like for example, this is a razor, a straight razor. I'm licensed to use this, versus a cosmetologist wouldn't be licensed to use this.
So as a cosmetologist, I technically cannot use the razor on my clients.
Legally.
So if state board comes in here, what's gonna happen if he catches me using the razor? How much is the fine gonna be? Do you know?
I think it starts at like 500.
Okay.
But you have to do your due diligence because it's different by state. It's just about knowing the rules of the game. You know the rules of the game and just play by the rules of the game. Like you can open a shop and not have a barber's license.
In Florida.
In Florida. Now to work in the shop, you would need to have a barber's license or like a cosmetology license.
But somebody with a barber's license can open and run their barber shop and not have to get any other special license or anything like that, right?
You do need a business license.
You need a business license, but not
business
necessarily
certificate and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, but not a cosmetology license.
No. I think my thing is just, once I have a thing, right, you need to protect your thing. Mm-hmm. And what I would not want is for somebody to be able to come in and mess up my thing.
With the whole razor thing.
Yeah, like for example, or even like if I was working in a shop without a license, I spent all this time building this clientele up, and then somebody else comes in and just now I can't work in a shop anymore. I didn't protect my thing. And that's the same thing with like getting an LLC, right? In case somebody wants to sue you or something like that, you have the LLC to protect you. Limited liability, you know what I mean? So it's just about, if you're going to have a thing, you should take the precautions so that you can protect your thing. On a financial aspect, on a legal aspect. That's the reason why we put locks on our house, to protect our house.
So I'm not a barber.
You're definitely not a barber. But you work in a barber shop.
Max has a cosmetology license.
Yeah, it's cool. He's not a barber.
He's not a barber.
No.
Max,
He's
sneak dissing over here.
No,
He said you're not a barber.
I'm loud dissing. I'm not sneak dissing. So he's not. He would be a cosmetologist, right? Because if he was a barber, then the state board could come in here and be like, "You're using a razor. That's fine," but that's not the case. You see what I'm saying? So. All I'm saying is hide your razors.
Hide your razors.
Hide your razors, that's all.
Right. Max, what's up? What's going on, bro? You alright? So I'm asking the bar, I gotta put this Max is special. Max gets a box because he's so freaking tall. So he puts his chair on a box. So I put my stand right here.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm asking the barbers in the shop about how they feel about the difference between a barber's license and a cosmetology license. Now you have a what?
I have a cosmetology, yeah.
You have a cosmetology, not a barber's license.
Right.
Okay. What made you? And you got it in Florida. Mm-hmm. Okay. What made you go for a cosmetology license as opposed to a barber's license?
Okay, so from what I understand by state law, the difference between cosmetology and barbering is while cosmetologists are going over more skincare and nails, barbers are going over razors and shaving faces, right? Now there's certain schools that teach both and license you both for cosmetology and barbering, right? Now in the school that I went to, the reason why I was just trying to get licensed as fast as possible to be able to work in the shop. So that was my preference, to just get the hours done faster, so on and so forth, because I went to a trade school that wasn't private, it was actually paid for by the county. So it was cheaper and it was easier to get through the course faster instead of doing a night shift.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now they said you could go after for a couple hours or whatever to get certified for that one chapter that you may have missed and get both licenses. That's not an issue.
Right.
I think it would have been like maybe 200 hours, something like that. I don't know exactly, don't quote me. But there was a certain amount that you can go back and do for it, you know? And from what I know and understand of the state, as long as you have a license, they don't really care if you work in a cosmetology or a barbering shop. It just depends, like, you know, some people are sticklers for rules and laws about using a razor or not.
Right.
Now, in my case, the same guy that's been, like, you know, in the county that has been examining the shops, every time he's come through has not had an issue with that. His main issue is, are you licensed and is the license valid?
Right.
That was his main concern.
So has he seen you with the razor in your hand?
Yeah.
And he never said anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his main thing is, are you licensed? Is your license active? Is it valid?
Yeah. And are you following up to code and cleanliness and things of that nature?
Station's not a mess
Yes.
and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah. That's the main issue.
So if you had to recommend either barbering or cosmetology to young wannabe barbers who haven't gone to school yet, would you recommend them going cosmetology or barbering?
That is a good question. I would suggest if you had the opportunity to go for both, because certain people say that like barbering is just mainly on cutting hair and razor shaves, right? But that's not true, because like I stated before, in the state of Florida, the only difference between the licenses, while somebody's doing nails, somebody's learning about a razor.
Right.
So I say, why not include learning about color and things like that? If you think you can get more of a continued education in doing cosmetology for those reasons and purposes, like look at Los, you know what I mean, and other barbers like him in the industry that have both licenses. Los not only cuts hair, he also knows about stylists and things like that of that
Color,
nature.
all that stuff.
Exactly. In this age, it's just like, do you just want to cut hair, or do you actually want to be an all-around person? You know what I mean? And I'm not just trying to say that. Like, people say the quote of there's people that cut hair and then there's barbers, right?
Right.
But to me, it's just, do you want to be an all-around person as far as this industry goes?
Oh, if you were to go back, you would still stick with cosmetology, right?
I did it for a certain reason, just to get the hours done faster.
Right.
But honestly, like, I wouldn't mind going back. I actually want to go into education later on in life, so.
So would you pick, if you had the choice to do it again, you would still pick cosmetology or barbering?
If it would have been the same amount of hours and time, probably barbering, because that's more what I like cater to. But at the end of the day, like I said, the issue is I don't really plan on doing nails. So by default, probably, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Mac. Tony, what's up? I see you hooking this man up, so I'm not going to take too much of your time because he got a fresh fade right now. My question is, you obviously have a barber's license, right? I have a cosmetology license. Do you think people with a cosmetology license are, I guess, less of a barber than somebody with a barber's license?
I think they're more of a barber.
You think they're more of a barber than somebody with a barber's license?
Because they're able to do both, barber and cosmetology. They're able to cut different types of hair than just with a machine. You know what I'm saying? They're able to do color, they're able to wash, they're able to do it all.
As a barber in Florida, you're not taught color and
Yeah, but how often does the barber use it?
okay,
Depending on their location, the business.
Right.
How often do we get clients that say, I want my hair colored?
right. So for you, it's more about what you do on a day-to-day every day than what your license says.
What your craft is.
If you had the choice to go back, would you go back and get your cosmetology license? No.
I'm okay with just being a barber.
Right.
All that extra stuff, that's great. But not everybody's okay with it.
Right.
I fell in love with a barber. Then, you know, just cutting hair. It's not just cutting hair. The craft, the people, all of that. All in one here.
So you view barbering as just kind of cutting the hair, and cosmetology is more so like the color and
Cosmetology, I feel like it's more art.
is more art. And barbering would be more what?
Not more. It's there. It's art. It's still art. Just a different type of art. You know how you have art and painting, art and sculpture, different type of art.
Yeah.
Same thing with cutting hair.
Thank you, Tony. Fresh cut. So now that you guys have seen the perspective of some of the barbers in there, we talked about cosmetology, pros and cons. We talked about barber pros and cons. You guys have seen the different perspectives on the issue, like from my man Max right here. Now that you guys have seen his perspective, I just want you to know that really all that matters, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, somebody else might disagree, but you're watching my video, so here we go. In my opinion, what matters is getting a license. Whether you get a cosmetology license, whether you get a barber's license, get a license so that when state board comes in there, you don't have to go running out the back. That happened to me a couple weeks ago. I'd been slacking on transferring my license from New Jersey to Florida, and doggone state board came in, and I had to dip. I left out the back, and then Jordan texted me, hey, he left, so then I was able to go back into the shop. But my client was sitting here waiting on me. I was freaking embarrassed. You don't want to be that guy. I'm telling you from experience, you don't want to be that guy. Go to school, do the hours, get the license, get it done. Get it done. Don't expect barber school to teach you, oh, I'm gonna do this in barber school, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna learn that. No, barber school is a means to an end. Anything extra that you learn, any positive experience that you have in barber school or cosmetology school, whatever you wanna call it, that's icing on the cake. Your goal is to get the license, whether it's cosmetology or barbering. You just want to be certified, so that way nobody can come in and bother you and mess with you. You are free to make as much money as you can. There's no ceiling above your head. You can go platform, work with companies, different things like that. And ain't no company gonna work with you. Andis is not going to work with you if you don't have a license. Babyliss is not going to work with you if you don't have a license. Wall is not going to work with you if you don't have a license. So that is the most important thing. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Please share this with somebody that would find it valuable, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.